Welcome, this is Shakti Carola Nevrin and I live on Maui, so that's why I do most of my work online. So today we're going to talk about the new moon, and depending on what sign it is, it will start a whole new circle of emotional maturation. And depending on where that's happening in your chart, in your personal birth chart, it will help you to start that process on your own. So if you hang in there, go to the end of the video, you will get access to your free birth chart, and then you can get very specific with the more general information I'm intending to give you today. Welcome to my new moon in Capricorn video. I hope you had a wonderful holidays. This is always a special time of the year, closing out the old year, contemplating where you want to go next year. So I made a whole video about that. So if you haven't listened to that or looked at it yet, that might be a good time. It's still the beginning of the year, so let's get going. Depending on where you are in the world, this new moon will be January 9th or 10th and 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, happening at 19 degrees in Capricorn. A little bit about me. I have been an astrologer for 37 years. I'm a professional astrologer. I do most of my work online through Skype, but also on the phone and in person here on Maui, where I live. And I'm a published author, and I've done a lot of different things throughout my life. But my biggest passion has always been the astrology and the healing with gemstones. So I kind of find the use of gemstones a nice way to support areas of challenge in your birth chart. So what else is going on? Saturn conjoins Venus January 8th, so very close to the new moon at time-wise. It's happening at 12 degrees Sagittarius. So this will challenge us to reevaluate our beliefs around relationship and commitments and what we really looking for in relationships. Then there is Jupiter turning retrograde January 7th, also very close to the new moon, at 23 degrees Virgo. So with that, issues around health, around being of service, our ability to contribute, and how efficient we are in our life, how organized. So these are areas to take a second look, because this is what it is about with any planet turning retrograde. It's like a second chance to deepen into the subject the planet in the sign is pointing towards. And then one of the famous Mercury retrogrades is happening. It starts out 1 degree in Aquarius, but most of it will be in Capricorn. So that's going to be an interesting one, and I will talk a little bit more in depth about that one. So here I'm giving you all the Mercury retrograde dates for 2016. So the one we are most concerned with right now is Mercury retrograde turns on January 6th at 1 degrees in Aquarius and turns back direct on January 26th at 15 degrees Capricorn. So most of the retrograde motion will be through Capricorn. So let's have a look at what that means and how you can really use these energies to your own advantage. So the Mercury retrograde really has a bad reputation. We all know things around communication, interaction are more difficult. We might miss flights, we misplace things, we lose things, letters, emails don't arrive, computer problems, all that kind of stuff. But actually, I do believe Mercury retrograde is a chance of deepening and revisiting a theme we have been looking at. So, and then of course it depends on which sign this is playing out. So here, this first year Mercury retrograde starts out 1 degree in Aquarius. So it starts out with the energy of the revolutionary. So it's about breakthrough. It's about bringing something in your life to another level of consciousness. So Capricorn in general is known as the organizer, as taking charge, as being the grounded one who takes necessary steps in order to get to the goal. So I would suggest it would be really helpful for you to use this Mercury retrograde to have a look at uncompleted projects you have maybe already started. So it's a good time to complete things which are kind of haven't gotten to that place. So that's definitely something you want to look at. And the third area is about decluttering your space. So, of course, with unfinished projects, it's kind of cluttering up our mental space. But the same can be said for cluttering up our physical space. So, January actually, or even later into the year, we feel that urge to clear things up in our space. So, to make space for something new. So we can invite a new experience, a new energy into our life. And for that, we need to empty out our home, our apartment from things we don't really need anymore and which just prevent that. When we look at the moon cycle, the new moon, the full moon, the waning and waxing, it is a way for us to reflect back, to inquire inside into our emotional well-being and to become very attuned to that inner world. So the new moon especially is a chance for emotional growth, for a new start and integration of a new subject defined by the sign it is in. Therefore, we're going to talk a lot about the mysteries of Capricorn. So first of all, the Capricorn personality, we look at the significance of it being the third of the earth signs. So there is an integration, a culmination of the earth's quality happening in Capricorn. So in Capricorn, it is all about learning about responsibilities, about loyalty, about alignment with reality, the three-dimensional reality, the physical dimension we are living in. As you might know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is often looked at in the more mainstream astrology as a bad planet, which I don't agree with. I think Saturn is a challenging and hard planet. It puts us to work. But then we can also look at the high presentation of Saturn, which is the archetype of the wise elder. So Capricorn symbolizes somebody in charge, like the prime minister, the president, but also we associate the Capricorn personality with the archetype of the father. So the caring father, the wise elder, and also the archetype of the hermit, the one who lives in his cave, doesn't really need to be very social and connected. So here we also have the place of the strategist. So Capricorn is usually really good at having goals and intentions, and then as an earth sign, it's very organized, very step by step, knows how to get from A to B to C to D and further down. So very organized, very grounded, down to earth. The Capricorn personality also includes the idea of integrity, the idea of great works, which means, like, for example, if you write a book, there's a lot of work, a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of discipline you have to put into something. But then in the end, there's a really deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, which only we can experience if we really apply ourselves fully into a project. So here it's really about the fulfillment of great works. Then it's a very solitary sign. So if you know a Capricorn in your life, or you are a Capricorn, you will know that they're very self-sufficient. I mean, they are symbolized by the ghost living on the mountaintop, being minimalistic, being able to survive with very little food and things. So another aspect of Capricorn personality is the ability to concentrate, to get down to the center of what's important and use that in whatever way necessary. Therefore, Capricorn is really good at maintaining that undivided focus. Focus on your goals, your intentions. And as any other sign, there is a high end of expressing those Capricornian personality traits, and there is a low end, which we usually look at as the shadow aspect of the sign. So the Capricorn shadow is the tyrant, the control freak. Have you seen that one before? So there's a certain rigidity, low end Capricorn. So the workaholic who is chained to his computer desk for 20 hours a day, that would fall under the Capricorn shadow. And then down the road, there are those feelings, which Capricorn on the low end is quite good at as suppressing. So this is where we have that depression, the sense of loneliness, disconnection from others, and it feels like an endless winter for the soul, being alone, being disconnected. So you get the feel of the shadow of Capricorn here. As a result of all the things we have discussed being important for Capricorn, the evolutionary goal is to develop integrity, to learn that in this lifetime. So maturity through self-discipline and self-knowledge. So it's really about learning to gain satisfaction through hard work, through discipline, through applying ourselves. And then with the new moon in Capricorn, it is really helpful to ask yourself some questions, to use the clarity, the focus, the depths of the Capricorn energy. So ask yourself, do you feel lonely? Do you feel depressed? Are you overworked? So these are areas to put your attention towards. And then these questions are right followed by, where do you need to learn more self-discipline? Where do you need to focus and apply yourself in a more committed and deeper way? I'm a real fan to ask those questions and to do these kind of inquiries by journaling. So morning pages are a wonderful way because we're kind of fresh into the day. Our mind is uncluttered and it gives us a good access to more unconscious layers and emotions. So I'd like you to journal and journal around those long-term plans for the year. So I already pointed towards a video I made for the hot dates for 2016, giving you an overview what's going on in the year coming. So if you are more aware of what's coming up in the bigger cycle, in the bigger picture of the year, then you can, when you have asked yourself the questions, you can, in a more educated way, make plans and set your intentions. So another area I'd like you to look at is your daily structures. Are there moments, times planned in for meditation, for exercise? Do you cook for yourself? Or do you just throw something in the microwave? So this is what I mean with daily structures. And then where do you want to commit yourself to those goals and long-term plans you're having? And when you set those intentions in your journal, it's always good to put them down with a date, because it's already halfway down on the paper being manifested. And putting a date with when you want to achieve something or commit yourself to, it's truly magical what can happen. So try it out. Then, as you might know, I am a fan for the use of gemstones and crystals. Uh, First of all, they carry their own frequency, so they can support our energy with a certain frequency they bring into our energy field of our physical, emotional, and mental body. But also, we can use gemstones as an anchor for specific states or emotions. So for Capricorn, the most wonderful stone is the quartz. The quartz is very closely connected to our search for light and love, that longing in all of us to awaken to a higher state of consciousness. And the quartz can be the guide on that quest. So crystal quartz is really the manifestation of light, clarity, concentrating and focusing on that fine, developed tip. And when you look at a single crystal, like you can see on the picture here, it starts out with this kind of cloudy bottom, and then when the crystal crystallizes out towards that tip, it becomes more clear and more representing the clarity and light. So also because crystal quartz is kind of representing the whole rainbow. It connects with the crown chakra, but if you send light through a crystal, you have all the colors sparkling out. So crystal quartz is really a stone we can use for many, many things. We can use them to put on to our body when we lay on our bed, onto our heart, onto any chakra, the third eye for a meditation practice, or we have it in front of our computer to protect us against the radiation. We can wear it in our auric field to stabilize our own energy field. So there are many, many ways how we can use crystal quartz. And if you're interested in the healing and metaphysical qualities, I have done another video just about the crystal quartz, so I'm going to give you the link so you can go there if that is of interest for you. Now is a good time to sign up and subscribe, so YouTube can send you updates about videos I'm making. But often they're kind of behind things, so you might want to sign up for my newsletter to really be kept in the loop. And I also will give you your free horoscope and your free love stone report based on your chart. So if you go to my website, maoiastrologyreading.com, you will get access to that. If you like my video, please do on the left-hand side under the video. That helps with the ranking. And please leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked. If you have any questions, I promise I will get back to you. Also, I want you to know that I do teach astrology classes for beginners. So if that's of interest for you, connect with me, and I let you know when I start a new online class or other ways to get some material to learn to you. If you want to connect with me, call me in Hawaii or head over to my website, mauiastrologyreading.com. I have been an evolutionary astrologer professionally for 37 years now, so I love, love, love astrology, and maybe you can tell I'm very excited and passionate about it. And if you want to have a reading, connect with me, and we do it online through Skype.